A new warning tonight about concussions caused by tackle football.
The public service announcement featuring Hall of Famer Brett Favre takes aim at teams with athletes under the age of 14.
The more years I play, the more I'm at risk. If you put me in tackle today.
By the time I'm a senior in high school, I'll have played 13 years of tackle football. I could already have CTE, and it will continue to destroy my brain even after I stop playing. So by the time I'm your age,
I could be fighting depression, struggling to keep my thoughts straight. I could become violent, even towards my own children.
Powerful stuff. According to the Journal of the American Medical Association, about 20% of teenagers have been diagnosed with at least one concussion, and nearly 6% have been diagnosed with more than one.
So tonight, 7 Action News reporter Darren Cunningham is taking an in-depth look at the problem.
And talking to one local mother about her son's concussion woes and the possible long-term impact.
For many, sports is a form of entertainment. For those who play, it's a way to stay active, perhaps a passion and a way of life. But with that, when it comes to contact sports, there's a new push raising awareness about the potential risks.
Concussion was my biggest fear.
Lauren Hemke tells me her biggest fear came true. After 2 years of playing flag football, she says her son Hunter started tackle football when he was 8 years old.
He, at practice, squared up against the biggest kid on the team and knocked him right out. It was hard to concentrate in school because his head would hurt. I think bedtime was the worst. When he would go to bed, when he would finally stop moving, that's when his head would just be in excruciating pain.
Hemke says Hunter's pain persisted for 4 weeks. Relatively short-term impact compared to the long-term consequences of repeated blows to the head that the Concussion Legacy Foundation is warning parents about through this new public service announcement. It's about keeping kids away from tackle football until they're 14 years old.
The more years I play, the more I'm at risk. If you put me in tackle today.
by the time I'm a senior in high school, I'll have played 13 years of tackle football. I could already have CTE.
CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy, a degenerative brain disease, only able to be diagnosed upon death after an autopsy of the brain. CTE's been in the spotlight in recent years because of its documented impact on former NFL players, some of whom suffered depression and have taken their own lives. Considered one of the toughest to ever play, the PSA featured Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre, who said in the past he suffered countless concussions.
When I'm your age, what will matter to me is not my youth football career, but that, like you, I'm a great parent and I can provide for my family.
Foundation co-founder Dr. Chris Nowinski tells me the risk of developing CTE goes up 30% every year of playing tackle football.
We're trying to change an entire sport. And of course, people don't want to believe the research. I'm a former football player myself who played in college. I don't want to believe the research, but unfortunately, at this point, we now know after studying nearly 1,000 brains of football players, CTE is a very real problem.
I also spoke with Dr. Steve Broglio, director of the University of Michigan Concussion Center at the School of Kinesiology, which is helping study 50,000 varsity athletes and service academy cadets.
I think this idea that you can't play contact sports before 14 is a little premature. There's some data that says there might be risk, and there's other data that says there is no risk.
Broglio says researchers need to spend some more time trying to understand the problem.
We're really trying to understand what the long-term effects are, because it's clear that not everybody's going to have issues. It's more than just football. We need to talk about women's soccer and ice hockey and wrestling and other sports.
For 11-year-old Hunter, the safest play was playing another sport.
I had to make the right decision, and I quitted and went to baseball instead of football.
To view the PSA in its entirety, just head to our website and look for a link at WXYZ.com. Darren Cunningham, 7 Action News.
Darren, thank you. 7 Action News reached out to the Michigan High School Athletic Association, which oversees some 7th and 8th grade teams, and got this statement on the topic. MHSAA saying the organization has made preventing head injuries in all sports a major focus over many years, and especially the last decade. There have been substantial changes in football, limiting the amount of time that schools can practice contact, which in turn limits concussions, and we also strongly believe we are continuing to make the game safer.
Now, Michigan was the 39th state to pass legislation that regulates sports concussions and the return to athletic activity. The law went into full effect on June 30th of 2013 and was amended in October of 2017. The law requires all coaches, employees, and volunteers involved with a youth athletic activity to complete a concussion awareness online training program. Teams must provide educational materials about concussions to each athlete and their parents. The law also requires any athlete with a suspected head injury be immediately removed from the game or practice, and they cannot return without written clearance from a doctor.
For a closer look at the health risks of contact sports and where your school district stands on the issue, head to WXYZ.com.